Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be doing a review of the new Etude House Kisses collection. So I have the PR package here and I just have to show you guys this amazing gigantic PR package. And honestly, I just want to first thank you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys watching my videos and just supporting me, I probably wouldn't have been contacted by Etude House itself. Like, it's my first time receiving a PR package from Etude House and I was just honestly gobsmacked when they asked if I wanted to do this video, and I was like, yes please. Like, for a second I legit thought that it was a spam, okay, but it's real guys. If you guys haven't watched the first part, I'll put it up here for you guys to check out, but this is a part 2. It's also like a celebration for Valentine's Day, which is coming up. I just have to show you guys this PR package here, and when you open this up, you have like pretty much, you know, the packaging of the Kisses chocolate, and this is like magnetic, guys. Like, look at that. So this is how it looks like, and I think a brush just fell. This Kisses collection comes in 3 different eyeshadow palettes, 3 brushes, and 3 chocolate mousse tint, as well as a pouch as well. On the website, it has like different like packages or deals that you can get. Like, you can get a set of the eyeshadow, the brush, and the tint, or you can get the eyeshadow and the tint itself. I'll just put the links down below where you can get this from. But what I'm going to do is I will do a full review as well as comparisons with the Etude House Hershey's Periods collection as well. So let's get the review started. The way I'm going to do this review is I'm going to show you guys 3 different looks, and each look will be using all of this here. What I like about this edition is that it has like correspondence number. So what I mean is that, for example, number 1, this is milk chocolate eyeshadow here. It has the brush that goes with it, number 1 as well, and then also has number 1 milk chocolate mousse tint. So the way I'm gonna do my review and swatches and stuff is I'm going to go by the numbers, so 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is this milk chocolate here. So for the eyeshadow palette, this one comes in a silver packaging, and this one consists of 2 matte and 2 shimmer shades. Even though it comes with 2 shimmer shades, I was actually really happy with all of these colors here, because it's just like a brown tone base color. There's no hint of red color or orange tone undertone colors in any of this eyeshadow. It's just like staple brown shade, which I honestly don't mind, and I love the finish of this on my eyes. I love how it is so buttery on my eyes, and I was actually very surprised with the shimmery shades, because usually with Korean eyeshadow I would have to use my finger to make the shimmer more reflective on my eyes, but I decided to try with a brush, and oh my gosh, I was very surprised with how apparent it was on my eyes. I feel like the pigmentation for this is great. However, it does give quite a bit of fallout, so definitely be careful of that. I'm actually amazed that the eyeshadow palette also comes with a mirror. Actually, all 3 comes with a mirror as well. It's actually really lightweight, so it's great for travel use as well. And if you guys ask me if this smells like chocolate, no, it doesn't. It doesn't smell like chocolate at all. Along with that number 1, it also comes with this tint. This one is actually, they call this like the Choco mousse tint. I don't think they have this particular type of tint in like Etude House at all. I think this is the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but honestly, this one feels so soft on the lips, like moussey, lightweight moussey tint on your lips. If you guys remember the powder Rouge tint, it gives you like a matte finish. Imagine this like a toned down version of the powder Rouge tint, but much more of a satin matte finish. This would be it. This would be the Choco mousse tint. Like, I actually love the texture of this on my lips. It doesn't reflect any of my dry patches at all, which I'm honestly grateful for. With this particular one, this number 1 is more like a pinky brown undertone, which I think is honestly very beautiful. It's such a beautiful shade. Number 2 look, this one is the Almond Chocolate. So this eyeshadow palette obviously have this gold packaging, which is so beautiful. I love it. And this particular eyeshadow consists of orangey brown shade, or imagine the skin of an almond, that kind of tone. And so I feel like it is brown tone shades but also orange undertone. I actually love this a lot as well. It comes with one matte, two shimmery matte, and one shimmer glittery shade. So it's not the same as number 1 milk chocolate. However, I feel like with this one, I can actually darken up this look a little bit more. Like, I like the finish of this, and I honestly love the gold champagne shade in this palette as well, because it is so reflective, it's so pretty on the eyes. Like, it's just very dreamy. Like, if I have to pick between 1 and 2, to be honest, I would go for number 2, just because I feel like with this undertone suit me a little bit more. I'm not so sure, but I feel like it does. And with number 2, it also comes with this chocolate mousse tint, and this one is also called Almond Chocolate. This one again has more of that orange undertone as well, but at the same time you see a little bit of that brick red shade on this too. So I feel like it really suits the name Almond Chocolate, but again, very comforting on the lips and just look really nice. I would also say that this is also great for like gradation lip as well. Number 3 look, this one is the Special Dark Mildly Sweet Chocolate. A little bit long, but yeah, so this one is very different from number 1 and number 2, because this number 3, which is what I'm currently wearing right now, consists more of that rosy pink undertone shade as well as a bit of that brown tone as well. So definitely very different from number 1, number 2. I feel like this one gives you a very nice, sweet, romantic look every time you use this. However, I feel like the downside of this particular eyeshadow is this one matte shade here in this collection, which is a bit of like a white pinky tone. I feel like this is really off for my skin, and it doesn't really show up on my skin at all. So I feel like this one, I just couldn't use it. So for me, this feels more like a 3 eyeshadow palette for me rather than a 4 eyeshadow palette. However, I was happy that I was able to use the other 3 colors to build up to create this beautiful look right here. Along with it is this one I'm currently wearing right now, number 3. And at first when I wore this, I was like, oh my god, this looked like number 1, number 2. But actually, this one is like a combo of 1 and 2, if that makes sense. You don't see that orange undertone, but you see that pink undertone from that number 1. But you see also that brownish color from number 2 as well. So if number 1 and number 2 turn were to make a baby, it would be this number 3. Overall, I'm really happy with all of these products. If you guys ask me which eyeshadow palette I would pick, I would definitely pick number 2 Almond Chocolate, just because, as I mentioned, I just love the orange undertone to it, and it just looks really nice on my eyes. For the mousse tint, I would go with number 1 Milk Chocolate, because I love the rosy shade on my lips. In terms of this Kisses brushes, I didn't really use much of it, just because I feel like the brush is a little bit too fluffy for me, but I would definitely use this more for like the matte eyeshadow rather than the shimmer matte, just because I feel like because of the fluffiness, it's not going to pick up the shimmer, if that makes sense, by the time you apply it on your eyes. But this would be great more so for like the matte finish. Wanted to briefly show you guys the pouch as well, because I think it's super adorable. It's like all wrapped up, and this is like that. I also want to do a quick comparison between this Etude House Hershey's Creamy Milk Chocolate versus number 1, number 2 of the Etude House Kisses, just because I'm sure you guys would ask me if they're very similar. I'm really sorry guys, I don't know where my cookies and cream one is, but I remember in that last video that I did, I wasn't really impressed with the cookies and cream, just because I felt like 50% of those eyeshadows I couldn't really use because of my skin tone, so I'm not surprised if I actually gave it away. However, I absolutely love this Etude House Hershey's Creamy Milk Chocolate because of all those beautiful brick red undertone brown eyeshadow palette. Like, the shimmer of this is just wonderful, it's amazing, like it's so reflective, and I swear this is one of the best collab that they have. So I was very happy when the Kisses one was released, because I expected the same pigmentation and texture, but I feel like the Etude House Kisses one definitely have the same pigmentation and texture as the Etude House Hershey's. With the colors comparison, there are similar colors. I would say the Etude House Hershey's Milk Chocolate is much more similar to number 2 Almond Chocolate rather than number 1, just because with number 1 it's just like straight brown undertone shade. Compared to number 2, it's more of that orange tone shade, which is very similar to the milk chocolate Hershey's as well. However, with the color choices, the Etude House Hershey's milk chocolate obviously have more ranges compared to this almond chocolate, but I don't think you can get this one anymore anyway. But if you guys are really interested or enjoy using this milk chocolate one, I would definitely recommend get number 2 because there are some colors that are similar, but they're actually not that similar. For the mousse tint, I want to compare this with the powder rouge tint from the Etude House Hershey's one. So the Etude House Hershey's released 2 colors, I believe. Compared to the Etude House Kisses, they released 3 colors. Now, I have put side-by-side pictures for you guys in comparisons with them. Number 1 didn't have any similarities at all, but number 2, it was very similar to the powder rouge tint almond cocoa in BR402, and for number 3, it's very similar to BR401 called hazelnut cocoa. As you can see side by side, the one that have much more thicker texture and much more opaque color would be the powder rouge tint, just because it feels much more heavier on the lips. Compared to the cocoa mousse tint, it's much more lightweight, even though it gives you a good pigmentation on your lips, but doesn't feel heavy on your lips or look heavy at all, and give you like a beautiful satin matte finish. But I wanted to show you guys the side-by-side colors comparisons because even though they are both different tints, but I feel like the color turnout is pretty similar. So let me know what you guys think. Overall, I'm really happy with this collection, and like I said, you guys don't need to get like the whole set in order to try this. I'll put the link down below of the Etude House website so you guys can check out the price ranges, the options, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found this helpful. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!